So today's topic is going to be something that a lot of people are probably going to go in the comments and bitch at me about. And fine, you're entitled to your opinion, but don't be a cunt, all right? Um, anyway, today I'm going to get into my thoughts on like really hardcore uh, competitive gaming and why it's really not for me. And this is something I've been talking about, sorry, with a few people, and they seem to agree with me on this that competitive gaming is sometimes going a little bit far. Um, and I'm just going to get straight into it here. One example of this is I'm a massive Pokemon fan, as you may already know. Um, and so basically, with online battling in Pokemon, if you don't know, it is like a myriad of people just like calculating every possible value under the sun just so that they can get a little bit ahead and dominate everyone. And it's to the point where you basically need to know fucking calculus just to battle online. And for me, that really ruins the experience because for me, gaming is about having fun, not about doing homework. And that's exactly what I said. And a lot of people agreed with me. They're like, yeah, I know, I hate that shit. And so I just figured this would be a good thing to talk about. And I don't know how long this is going to end up being because this is going to be another one of my open mic sessions where I just talk into the mic. But my last one seemed to be rather popular. I mean, it's gotten me about 624 views as I look at it right now, so it's kind of cool that people are interested. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I know I sound like I'm begging, but I do need the subscribers because I do want to, expand and um, have more people know me. But I am very satisfied with my results with this channel so far because there's a lot of people that have the same amount of subscribers I do, but they'll only have like 5 views on each video, and a lot of my videos seem to be somewhat successful. So thank you for all of you who continue to watch and you know all of that. So yeah, competitive gaming. Oh dear. And I'm gonna get in later why I don't like the term esports, but competitive gaming has really gotten to the point where it's impossible for me to enjoy online gaming anymore because it's always like this environment of who has the biggest ecock out there, and it's always like that, and it's always these people that are just so fucking full of themselves, and it's like, dude, calm down, it's a game, you're supposed to have fun, not be a dick. But I understand in games like Grand Theft Auto where you're meant to like go around and fucking kill each other. That I understand. But I mean, I'm talking. There's certain games where it's just not necessary to be a dick, and and it's gotten to the point where everyone's kind of a dick online, and that's one reason I've sort of gotten moved away from, like hardcore like competitive gaming because there's no fun to it anymore. Everyone's just going online and calling each other fucking obscenities. So, but I digress a little bit. But I guess it sort of contributes. But um, when it comes to online, even Pokemon battling and stuff like that, it's gotten to the point where, like I said before, you need to know like some hardcore math to battle a lot because a lot of people know. It's gotten to the point where the Pokemon battling community is so infested with like all these people that just want to calculate every value under the fucking sun and then like put everything together and have like 6 IV Pokemon out there, and it's everyone, and so it's to the point where you're forced to do it if you want to get anywhere with online battling, and I hate that because I miss the days when you had a link cable and you battled your friend, and it's sort of like who was the best man, not who had the better math skills, because to me that's actually just a bit unfair. But because back in the day, Pokemon battling was all about how you raised your Pokemon and your move sets and stuff like that. And while there was that competitive aspect, it was really niche, and not too many people were into that. But now it's fucking everyone, and I'm like, I feel like I'm the only one who's not like that. I could care the fuck less. The reason I play games is for the story, to build relationships within the game, and to just have fun and experience the game the way it was meant to be experienced. And well, I'm not saying that the competitive online battling scene isn't the way it's meant to be experienced, because nowadays it sort of is. But man, it gets to me a little bit that everyone is like having to be a genius just to play certain online games competitively. And for some games I understand that, but there's I just miss the days when you just put in a game and if you wanted to play online, and You could do that, and you didn't have to worry about someone like fucking demolishing everyone and just having such an advantage over everyone else because of it. But I guess that's sort of nullified by the fact that everyone does this sort of shit now. But for those of us that really don't care about that sort of shit, it's really annoying. So I don't know. I know most of the people that are going to end up watching these videos are those like IV breeders and shit like that that I'm talking about. But and again, it's to the point where I am one too because I'm forced to be, even though I barely understand the concept at all. I'm like just barely, because I just don't care. I just want to play the game, and if I battle online, most of the time I'm gonna get my fucking ass handed to me because basically all I know are the basic type disadvantages and the type advantages and stuff like that. The stuff that you knew as a kid. That's basically what I know because I could care the fuck less about any like competitive stat values and shit like that. I really don't care. And my math skills are absolutely abhorrent. Like, you ask me what 2 plus 2 is, I'll give you 6 for an answer. So, um, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm terrible at math that I'm complaining about this, but it's really just sort of. But yeah, and I mentioned earlier esports. Why does that term annoy me so much? Because they're not fucking sports. Yes, they're competitions, and people deserve the money they make for them because they're very skilled at what they do, but they're not sports. They're not fucking sports. You're sitting in a chair and you're playing video games. They aren't sports. Just call them something else, for fuck's sake. um, like I respect, and I hate using this word, I respect esports. I respect that they exist because these people are very skilled, they're very talented. But esports is not a term you should use because they're not sports. They're not requiring you to be physically active for anything. The only thing that you need to be active are your thumbs and maybe your hands and such stuff like that if you're using PC. But come on, guys, there's a better term. There's got to be a better term for that. Like, I don't know, gaming competition. Hint. But yeah, that's just me being annoyed by something that really does not make sense. But and again, you can disagree with me. You can have your own opinion, and that's fine. I'm just offering my own. Um, but I just felt that I needed to sort of bitch about it because it's really bloody annoying. That I have to like resort to fucking learning calculus just to play an online game, and that's why I'm really only play single player games because I want to play the game the way it was meant to be experienced, and at least single player story oriented games. And I never like when I bring a new game home, the last thing I'm thinking about is online multiplayer because I want to play through the story. Even games like GTA, and that's what I liked when they released GTA. That's what I liked when Rockstar released GTA. Blah, blah, blah. Is that they didn't launch GTA Online right away because one, it wasn't stable enough, but two, they wanted you to get to know the game and experience the story before you jumped straight online and started calling people faggots. So, because that's what happens online most of the time, really, especially on GTA Online. That's basically the only word you hear. Fucking, I don't know. I don't understand why everyone has to like jump to homophobic slurs, but that's a discussion for another day. Um, and I don't know. I really did like how they did that, and they said, hey, before you jump online, play the fucking game and get to know it. And that was great of them to do that. And admittedly, they most likely did do it because GTA Online wasn't stable enough. And believe me, when GTA Online launched, if you don't know this, it was the most unstable piece of shit in the history of anything ever. It was absolutely abhorrent when it launched. It was literally, they launched it and then they took it down for like a fucking month, I think, and I think that's what it was. My memory's a little shit, but they basically took it. They launched it. It failed on its ass, and they took it down for like at least a couple of weeks, and then we had to wait for it to come back up, and But again, I digress. But um, yeah, competitive battling. At the end of the day, my or competitive gaming in general. At the end of the day, it's not for me. And I'm not saying that I'm a casual and that I absolutely hate competitive, gaming and stuff like that because occasionally I do get really into, like if I'm playing again GTA Online or something like that, I get really, heated and I'm having fun and I'm like in a massive, like firefight with someone, and it is genuinely fun when that happens sometimes, and sometimes you get a little bit pissed off because they'll have an advantage or whatever, and I happen to have a temper anyways, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I just prefer the, good old fashioned, story mode where you can mod the fuck out of it and do whatever you want and not have to worry about, fucking 12-year-olds online calling you homophobic slurs and, being dumbasses. Because really, games like that, like Grand Theft Auto and places like the YouTube comment section, really do attract the worst of humanity. Like, for fuck's sake. But again, for like the 17th time, I digress. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say regarding it other than what I have already gone over, and what I want to do is, and this is just sort of like a little fantasy that I have. I want to form like a little, like, or maybe a large group of people that are just no bullshit gamers. They just game to have fun and don't give a fuck about like calculating, you know, the mass of the fucking universe just to play a game. And I sort of want to have like an online forum where people just get together and play games the good old fashioned way and stuff like that. And it's sort of like that situation that I mentioned earlier, may the best man win, because that's what gaming used to be, not whoever has the better math skills wins. So thanks for listening to this little rant. I hope I didn't go on too long, about 12 minutes. So thanks for listening. I'll talk to you guys later, and I may have something up later today. So thanks for listening.